Sunday. Side by side at the microphone, from the green light to the speed trap, Chris Switzer and Ray Carino calls them as they sees them, and you better believe them. Here! Relevant news, biased opinions, and outright bullshit regarding every aspect of automotive culture. Gas, mechanical trickery never before revealed over FCC-regulated airwaves. Thrill to the explosive tension as Chris and Ray cuss each other down the track and barrel roll across the finish line, laughing at certain disaster as they shake hands for the devil. All that and much more this Sunday at high noon on the MotorMouth Radio Hour. Call in and speak live with the Wizards of Speed and live feed, Chris Switzer and Ray Carino. Bring the whole family. Kids under 12 get in free. Every Sunday at noon on WHPC. Take the Long Island Expressway to the Meadowbrook Parkway and look for the sign saying no parking on the expressway and no express service on the parkway. Go right on Highway 24 to Garden City. $2 all-day parking includes pit pass. Sunday!
Hey, jingity jing, it's Dominic the donkey. Jingity jing, the Italian Christmas donkey. La la la.
La la la, we go, playing Chris's favorite Christmas song.
Oh, I'll be singing this the rest of the day.
Dominic the donkey. How's that?
I love it.
All right. We have a little Lou Monte to kick it off this holiday season, huh? That's nice. Oh, look at you. You got the presents behind you.
I feel like Crazy Eddie.
Oh, nice. So,
And I love your vest. You're festive. You're wearing your Christmas vest.
Yes.
Very nice.
All festoon. So people have talked about what are the pre-ultimate Christmas songs that, you know, they did a list of the top 10 Christmas songs that people hate. And it just so happens that most of the top 10 that people hate are on the top 10 that people love.
I believe it.
And they think that maybe people hate them because they hear them so much. But in our world, this one is certainly a
oh yeah, that's
classic,
staple.
right? Well,
yeah.
There's another one. There's another one that I thought was really good. I'd be remiss.
That song reminds me. I instantly go back to like my grandmother's house and running around the place with my cousins and listening to those songs, and that being one of them.
Right.
But that and every Frank Sinatra. I think the Frank Sinatra Christmas 8-track has to be on 8-track. Don't give me a CD when it comes down to something like that. No, I want to hear in the middle of Frank Sinatra. I want to hear it change channels.
Yeah, there you go.
So it's like Christmas time, and you want to hear that.
Here's one you may not have heard in a while. You probably played it in your career.
Oh.
So let's see if this is familiar to you.
I'm intrigued.
Let's see.
Ring a ding a ding a ding ding dong. Ring a ding a ding a ding a ding dong ding dong.
Eddie Vance and the Planetones. Doo-wop Christmas.
I have to admit, I did not play this.
I
I like it though.
Right? And listen to this. It's cool. So of course it's a doo-wop Christmas, but it's set to music, so it really
love it.
You know? Well, it's not like a Christmas, but yeah. And I remember hearing this back in the day, probably on the right where I got my collection from. It's from, of course, the WCBS FM 101.
I was gonna say, if this song was played anywhere, it was played on CBS FM 101.1.
You got that right. So yeah,
guaranteed to make you puke like a DJ.
Hey, Christmas. So,
Yucking it up on CBS FM.
Right. So yeah, we're we're doing it that way. We're kind of having a just gonna play it kind of fast and loose today. We'll have a end of year celebration. This is the we have one more show, of course, which you'll be absent for. So I'll tell the people now.
I'm going to be on the road. Yes, I'm going to be driving. So I may call in. I may not. I don't know.
You won't be on the road then, right? I mean, you'll be where you're at.
Well, here's the way I like to look at things. Everybody's crazy that travels when everybody's traveling. And that makes a lot of sense, believe me. In my head, it makes a lot of sense because everybody was on the road on Friday. Everybody was on the road on Saturday. So when am I going to travel? None of those days. Sure. So when is nobody on the road? Christmas morning.
Very true. Right.
Christmas afternoon. When am I driving back? New Year's. But
Right.
but the funny thing about New Year's is you always have to watch because you can only go so far, like maybe 9 o'clock, then shut it down. Just because all the wackos are now on the road
They
for
start
New Year's
waking
Eve.
up.
Huh?
They start waking up on the sides of the road and say,
Yeah,
"Oh,
right.
I'm on the road."
There's like a window that just because maybe between like I don't know, maybe 11, 12. I guess it'd be 1 a.m. Now that I think about it,
Right.
around there, that's when the flaming wrecks happen.
Oh yeah.
So you just stay away from the road, and that's what I like to do. There are times it's just play it safe. There are times you just don't get on the road. Don't cheat it. Just New Year's Eve, drive up until a certain point. Then when you feel like all the crazies are going to get on the road, then just get off. Just
Right.
like St. Patrick's Day, don't drive. Just don't drive. The Wednesday before Thanksgiving, don't drive because everybody's out drinking because they know they don't have to wake up the next morning.
Sure.
So they go out boozing it up. Don't drive.
Right.
Even Christmas Eve, even like a night like tonight, I'd watch 9, 10 o'clock at night. I'd shut it down. Wouldn't
Right.
bother. Just find a hotel room at that point. So yeah, we'll be traveling when everybody is off the road. That's the goal. That's going to be the goal. But that's
And
what I'm
like I
going to be
said,
doing.
next week you'll be where you're at, so you won't be here.
Right. Yeah.
We
Or
have
I'll be on my way back here.
Okay, so we'll have a guest stand-in for Chris.
Yes.
We have, I think it's a blow up of the Grinch. We have him coming in. He's going to teach him to talk for next week, and we'll no, we have a very
Well,
special.
he's got a
a
better personality.
a very special stand-in. Matt Goban Bryan will be standing in for you next week.
A man that I could never fill his shoes.
I couldn't either. He's got big feet.
He's got big feet.
Yeah, he does have big feet.
I hope he's not listening.
Well, he's far enough away that he really can't catch us. So, you know what? Let's start this soiree with going to the phone. We'll go to the phone and the phone and say hi. You're on with the Motor Mouths.
Hello, how you doing?
Hi, who are we speaking with?
Yeah, I want to ask you, do you advertise with do you advertise on your station now?
We do, yes. We do advertising on the station. Yes, we do.
Who do you advertise for? You advertise for an Irish pub, right?
Yes, that's right. It's Mike McNeff's pub, yeah.
What's the name of it?
The Irish Poet.
The Irish Poet?
Yes.
And that's in Wantor, right?
That is. Yes, it is on Wanto Avenue.
Yeah. Oh, good.
All right.
Because my friend might do a radio show. Maybe he could pick up a sponsor there, too. He could pick them up.
Absolutely. Who are we speaking with? What's your name?
John.
Hi, John.
Hey, John.
He might do a show on WGBB. He's not sure.
Okay.
So if he does, I want to get some commercials.
Very good. You called the studio line right now, but so you're live on the air with us, by the way, right now, whether you knew it or not.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
You're kidding. I wouldn't want to do that.
No, I'll tell you what. Do you have access to a computer?
Yeah, I'm on my thing. I'm on my web.
All right.
Yeah.
Search for WHPC, which is
I got WHPC.
there should be a phone number on there, which is the office line, and you would call that to speak to somebody about. Okay. Good.
Yeah. All right.
All right,
Thank you
John.
very much.
All right. Thanks for the call.
All right.
All right. So long. Hey, look, with the
MotorMouth Radio, a full service operation.
Look, with the frequency of call rate we've been having these days, I'm happy. All right, I'm
I'll
happy.
take it.
Yeah.
So call him a listener.
Right.
I love it. That's hysterical.
I want to show you something. I got some mail today.
Wait, just before you do, on the text line on the 203-670-4127, we have been told by Matt Coman Bryan that he has been called the Grinch before.
There you go.
So yes,
we got there was some mail for me today, and we got a placard in the mail.
Ooh.
This is from, of course, the town of Hempstead.
Wow.
Our show, even though we haven't been there live in a while, but they are recognizing our service again. So
thank you. I applaud you with one applause, one hand clap.
There you
go.
Hey, listen, just like the callers, I'll take what I can get. Okay, I will.
Yes.
I'm not going to be like
Nope. No, we're a humble bunch here.
That's right. All right.
Yes, at 516-572-7440. So I figure the reason why we're on this week is my mantra is all the men, all the car guys have all been chased out of the kitchen collectively.
You know,
So of course,
yeah, very good. That's
yes,
mostly
they've
correct.
been told by their wives, go put your hands in your pockets and stare at the Christmas tree. So
Right.
in lieu of doing that, call us here at 516-572-7440.
There you go. And follow us on social media, MotorMouth Radio on Facebook, on X. It's real_MotorMouth Radio on Instagram. And you can also follow us, please, on MotorMouth Video on YouTube, where this show and others like it are up for you to watch or just put on and listen. You know, that helps the metric too. If you just put, I know people do that. They'll help their friends. They'll just go into the person's site and put it on continue and just let all the videos play overnight. Just let them play because it counts as watch hours.
Oh, nice.
Believe me, we're nowhere near the point of having to worry about watch hours, but you know,
unless it's on your wrist and the battery is dying. That's about
right
it.
now anything can help. So let's go to the phones again. We'll say, hi, caller, you're on with the Motor Mouths.
Hey guys, it's Tom from Massapequa. I wanted to wish you a Merry Christmas, guys.
Yeah, Buon Natale, Tom. It's good to hear from you.
Tommaso, che fa? Bubala.
Thank you, guys.
Tom, listen, we played Dominic the Donkey earlier on. What's your favorite Italian Christmas song? Tom?
Also, I heard honestly Perry Como sing something this morning. I forget. I don't know. It might have been on your station. It was good, actually. I thought it was Dean Martin, and I like Dean Martin a lot.
Yeah, you know, a lot of times it's if unless you know the artist very, very well, it's kind of you can because I've mistaken them at times because the voices were that croonerish kind of voice. Okay, good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well.
And I wanted to call out Rob Leonard, I think. Rob was on this morning, right?
No, Rob.
No.
Oh, he wasn't.
No, he wasn't. There was programming in place of Rob, yes.
Right. The Golden Tones was not here.
Did it. I got to tell you, I think they did a disservice to Kim. At 11:45, they had Bruce on.
I heard it. Yeah, I heard that.
You know,
well,
and I don't know. That's pushing the envelope a little bit, but it was one of my favorite Bruce songs.
All right, that's good. I don't think Kim minds. I think she likes hearing Bruce on the air whenever she can hear it. I think it's. I think she gives it the nod. So
right, the more Bruce, the better, I guess, on the station, and especially on a Sunday.
Chris, where
yes, sir.
Driving to?
What was that? I'm sorry, Tom.
Where are you driving to?
I am heading down south. I'm going to warmer pastures.
Mm-hmm. Drive safe. And Red, what's your favorite Christmas Eve food and dessert?
Ooh, well,
let's start with the dessert because that's always my favorite.
Well, this is tradition. Italian tradition is the 7 fishes,
right?
And which of course leads to a mountain of complaints.
Yes.
And usually it's I had to go here to get that, and then I had to go here to get that, and then I had to shuck this, and then prepare that, and so you get a lot of that. That's the sea of 7 complaints.
I like a good white fish, or I'm a shellfish guy too, but in dessert I love a nice creamy cheesecake, which my wife is making 2 of them right now. So, you know, yeah.
How about you, Tom?
It's all good. It's all good.
All right, listen, I want to also give a warning. Get your Italian bread early. They're out of it at our local place.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm sure of that.
All right, guys. Well, I figured I'd call in, give you a little breather or whatever you call it, you know. And another guy, he's looking for his buddy's going to do a show on WGBB or something, and he's looking to recruit sponsors.
Not only that, Tom, did you hear a few weeks ago you were named the MotorMouth Radio Person of the Year?
Yes, you were.
No, what?
You were named the MotorMouth Radio Person of the Year by Bob from Rockville Center. He does it every year, and this year he chose you.
He chose you.
Oh my God, Bob! I got to tell you, Ray. On the side, if you could text me, I don't have his number. I'd like to connect with him.
I
If
would
you
too.
have it.
I invited him to come in and do a show with us. So I don't have his number either, though, Tom. I'm sorry.
Bob's a good guy. You know, he
Yes.
came that day we worked on my Cadillac.
That's
he
right.
showed up to introduce himself.
Yes, he did.
Yes, he did.
Yeah,
Yes, so
he's a faithful listener, man. We should. I got to tell you, you guys should do some honor of him. He drinks a lot of beer after I call in.
Yes. Well, I tell you what, I think what you got to do is you got to throw the party at your house, and I'll come to it, and I'll make sure that Bob comes too.
I'll come right down. Not a problem. I'll hop
Yeah,
on a train.
There you go.
All right, you know what? We're gonna work something out. I gotta tell you, maybe we'll go to my son's house and he'll smoke some ribs or something.
Oh, very good.
Ooh,
Sounds good, Tom.
right,
that sounds like a
All
plan.
right, thank you.
Be well. Be well. I'm glad that you what you guys do. Thank you.
Thanks,
Bye-bye.
Tom. Appreciate
Thanks, Tom. Always a pleasure. Have a great holiday.
it. Yes. That's the one thing, Chris, that we've been blessed with. We don't have thousands or millions of listeners and hits, but the ones we have are really true. They're true blue.
I love them.
They're here for the right reason. They
I
have to be if they keep coming back. I mean, right? Who would come
They have rotten taste in radio shows. That's
back? I know.
so do we. I mean,
Well, we've proved that over and over again.
we're in with good company. Just hold on. That's it.
Right.
That's so funny. 516-572-7440, or you can text us on the text line 203-670-4127. You will come directly into the Nutmeg State Studios here at MotorMouth Radio.
Right.
Yes, but yeah, it's but yeah, that's basically what we're doing. We're just we're gonna head out and roll down. Now I've rented a Hyundai,
Okay.
and it's not like the Hyundais of yore. I should say that. I rented a Santa Fe about 5 years ago,
Mhm.
and I was not happy with it at all.
Right.
It was one of those, I don't know, just it seemed cheap. It was cheap, that type of thing. Didn't ride very well. Well, I have now a Tucson,
Okay.
one I like to affectionately call a Tuscan.
Now, I think the Tucson's a little bigger than a Santa Fe, correct?
No, I think it's smaller.
Oh, okay.
So this is not your father's Hyundai. Let's put it that way.
Right.
It's high tech, super duper high tech. And I had a laugh because I was on the road with it this morning, and of course I just get on the highway and I find it's fighting. Like I'm driving and I'm like trying to keep it in the lane. It's trying to fight me back. And I'm thinking to myself, what's the front end on this thing ready to fall out? And then I realized I let go of the wheel, but not like I'm holding my hands up. I just let go of the wheel and I just watched its behavior, and it was following the road. So I'm like, oh, it's got lane assist.
Right.
Very cool.
Yes.
So now here I am being this big jerk, like I'm putting my hands behind my back. I'm like, woo, lane assist, look at me. And then, of course, on the gauge cluster, bink, a sign comes up, a prompt comes up and goes, put your hands back on the wheel. And I'm like, ooh, I'm like looking around, go, where are the cameras in this thing?
You know,
I'm like, how did it know?
you know,
Put my hands on the wheel. I actually said, yes, sir. Put my-
right.
Yes, ma'am.
I got a all right. I got a lane assist for you. We got a call. Let's go back to the phones. We'll say
Okay.
hi. Call your own to Motor Mouths.
Hello, Ray. Hello, Chris. And wanted to wish you guys Merry Christmas and thank you for all the great shows that you've had over the course of the year. Certainly appreciate them. And a Merry Christmas to the listening audience.
Oh, thank you, John.
Thank you, John.
That's nice of you. That's listen, and without guys like you calling and feeding the show with content, it makes it a little boring. So thank you as well.
You're welcome. I enjoy it and happy to contribute.
Excellent.
Chris, safe travels to you. And
Thank you, sir.
yeah, hopefully you'll have a speedy trip.
Yes, I'm looking forward to it. What are your plans, John? Are you going to be doing any traveling, or are you sticking around?
Only to a 5-minute ride to my brother-in-law's tonight. And yeah, I'm going to have a lot of fish and probably be able to balance a ball on my nose tomorrow morning.
Right.
I make up for it on Christmas Day. I have everybody over here, and I usually do filet mignon to counteract all the fish.
Wow. Can
there you go.
Can we come by?
Right.
You're more than welcome, Chris. But I think you're going south.
Thank you. Yeah, I'll be noshing on like small little cheeseburgers or whatever have you, crumb-free food on the highway. That's
Yeah.
what we're gonna, because nothing's going to be open tomorrow. That's for sure.
Oh, yeah. You know, you can take the ferry across the Sound.
That's
Yes. Yeah.
no,
sure
go to a
could.
bagel store. They're always open on Christmas. In fact, I'm going out in the morning and I'll be getting bagels for the family.
Really.
Chinese food you can always get.
Yeah, we
Chinese
did that one.
food.
Yeah, right. We did that one.
Exactly.
Yes. Very good.
Very, very true.
All
Yes,
right,
John.
All right, Johnny, thank you very much. And we look forward to keeping up with you in 24.
Yes.
All right,
Very
man.
well, guys.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
I want to show you something. I think it's from the
Yes.
RAV4 that I had rented a couple of years ago that had lane assist and all of that. And this was one of the icons that came up on the dash for me. And I was like, don't ask me what to do. You know?
Would you like to take a break?
And it's a
Are
cup
you-
of coffee.
It's a
Steaming
cup of coffee. Right. It's a steaming cup of coffee icon. It's the coffee with the bacon strips above it.
because I've been driving for a while and it sensed like, hey, this guy hasn't stopped.
Right.
So like, instead of a hand coming out and smacking you to see if you're awake, it's like, hey, you want to take a break? Cup of coffee. I'm like, no, I'm not taking a break. I know what I'm doing.
It's,
that's what
it's,
these-
it
there's
sends
a
you an
tel-
icon of a toilet. Yeah. What?
So there's the telemetrics now that you'll see on newer cars. You'll see things like that. And I was like, at first
Yes.
I was like, I said, don't intrude on my driving experience. And then I kind of laughed at it, said, yeah, that was kind of funny, But, yeah, newer cars are definitely. I don't know. I don't know if I'm 100. I don't mind them when I rent them and deal with that stuff. I
Mhm.
don't know if I'd want to live with it all the time.
That's a
I
good
kinda
point.
like having my cars dumber than me. Let's put it that way. I kind of like that because I'm in control.
Yeah, it's true. Like I'm thinking to myself, are we showing our age because we kind of shun those things, or are we are we showing our ignorance or our lack of evolving? Is that what this is?
Right.
I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna give it a shot. A nice long stretch of highway, no one's around. I'm going to set that thing up, put the cruise on, put the lane assist on, have a cheeseburger. I don't know, dance the conga. I don't know what.
And I did that. And I
I'm
found
going to
that
give it a shot.
so far I've rented 4 different vehicles that had lane assist and the ADAS systems, the radar, the following radar and stuff, and
Right.
they were all different. They all had different feels to them.
I believe it.
And the Caddy, again, I keep coming back to that. I know because I keep
You
saying
like that car?
I'm buying one of those cars. I am going to do it.
Good for you.
That
I
to
think
me
you
was
should.
the best. But the
Good in that
Japanese ones, yeah, you could go in and you see the amount of bars between you and the not on the side of the road, Tom, not those bars, all right, not the ones off the side that say stop for a good time. No, not those.
Right, not that bar.
On the lane assist screen on the dash, you'll see horizontal bars that
Right.
that indicate how many car
Distance.
lengths between you and the car in front of you. Your car will activate and brake,
Right.
and you can go in and again figure it out. Good luck, because I had a actually with the with the RAV4 that I had rented, it wasn't hard to figure out. The last one, the other one I had was kind of tough. You just go in and you can basically trim it down. You can make it go from like this, I think it starts at 6 bars, and you can go all the way down to 1. So that means that's how close you can get to the car in front of you at speed before your car will start to stop.
Before it reacts, yes.
And some of those cars were like annoying, and others. So, and the problem is when you test drive a car at a dealership, you're not really testing that out,
No,
know,
not at all.
but you're going to live with it, if you're on the road,
Mhm.
unless you turn it off, I guess. But it is, it can save lives. I got to say, it's another form of anti-stupidity, helping people be smarter than themselves.
You're right. Because of the distractions that are built into the vehicle, now you have to build in the safety features to overcome the distractions that they build
Right.
in with your touch screens and
Right.
all of your animations that are coming up and things like that. So I totally understand it. And it's something that I'm having a hard time getting. I don't know if I'm having a hard time getting used to it or not. I'll tell you one thing that I did turn off instantly when I got into a rental car, and that is the automatic shut off.
If you can, yes. Some
Yeah.
can't, and some are harder to do than others. But I agree. Stop start.
The stop start. Yes. I like a car idling.
Yeah.
If
I
I'm
saw
waiting
a
for a
video-
light, I don't want it off. Yes.
I thought of you last night. One of the videos I watched,
Yes.
watch one that's called "Just Rolled In." We've talked about that, where it's guys will send videos in of cars that just rolled into the shop, and this is what we found, like some horrendous stuff.
Yes.
This was another one. It was similar to that, but it wasn't that one. And they showed the engine and said the world's slowest idling engine. And I recognized the engine by the valve covers. It was centerbolt valve covers. It was a Chevy. It actually ended up being a '97 Chevy truck.
Yeah.
I know that engine. It's an LT1. And the engine, it was like, you'd see the pulleys go, vroom, vroom. It was, and the guy was trying to guess, and he had a scanner hooked up, and he showed on the scanner, it was 20 RPM is what that thing was.
Oh my gosh.
That
I'm
was
so impressed.
and they don't know why. I said, that's Chris's car right there.
I
Oh
would-
my God,
I would
that's his.
Own that car in a heartbeat.
I know. So yeah, let's do this again. Let's fire it up. Go back to the phones and say hi. You're on with the Motor Mouths.
Hey, fellas, it's Cliff. I just wanted to call in and wish you and Chris a happy and Merry Christmas.
Thank you, Cliff. Same
Thank
to
you,
you,
Cliff.
brother.
Yes, same here. Same here. Hope you're having a happy and healthy one.
Yeah, I have a question about what Chris was talking about with that stop-start thing.
Yeah.
Did they not go through starters on those cars with that? I know that drives me nuts when I'm in those cars. But just
Yeah.
that starter is non-stop.
Yeah, there is a button, at least on the two Chevys that I've rented. There, and that's the funny thing, because it becomes now a habit, Cliff, because you get in the car, you start it up, and now that button
Push the button.
activates automatically. It goes into automatic mode. You have to physically shut it off. So that's what I do. Get in, vroom, fire it up, shut that button off. It's like just part of the routine of running the car.
I know where, Cliff, I know where you're going. And the question is, Chris, Cliff, how is that on the drain and life of the starter and the battery?
Agreed.
And
Yeah.
I was waiting to see the same thing. If cars were going to start coming in now with those problems, it's going to take a few years for that to happen. And I haven't heard of anything yet.
Right.
You guys also heard of these? You know, I thought I was up on car stuff. Obviously not. But you know, Paulie Windows, his daughter's like 2019 Jeep has like a second battery in it.
Well, right.
Problem, push button start, and there's like a little second battery in these cars now.
And that's and the stop start is part of that. Yes, it is.
Yeah, I never even knew those existed until we kind of looked into his problem, and it's behind the other battery under a cover, and would have never there.
Yep, that's
actually
yeah.
a little bit of a costly battery too.
Yeah, that's definitely part of it.
I wouldn't be surprised. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, because it's an oddly shaped battery, and I'm sure that they're not around.
And you got to get the right one. Yeah. So all this stuff is going to take time to flesh out until you start seeing failure patterns. I mean, if it just becomes normal repair, you know, it won't be that big of a deal. But if we start seeing failure patterns, that's when I'll start picking it up, because I monitor some of the industry. I get emails from industry sites that talk about that stuff. So
interesting stuff.
So more.
It is.
I think you and me and Rick have a date this week. We got to go to this. We're going out for lunch or brunch or whatever.
And I got, if you get a chance, if you look into that thing with on the Cadillac taillights, that those LED lights, it's like it's the unit itself, and then there's this like crazy kind of bulb thing that screws in on the bottom, and I can't figure out if I have to replace. My brake light is out.
Oh right.
Some people say you have to replace the whole unit. Some people say just that bulb on the bottom. I might just try switching the left over to the right.
Yeah.
See what the story is. But if you know anybody that's up on that, give me a holler.
We'll do, Cliff. Thank you.
And listen, have a Merry Christmas, guys.
Thanks, Cliff.
And thanks again for a great show.
Be talking to you soon.
Thanks, Cliff.
All right. That's Michael Mbata, Cliff over there. Cliff's been with us for quite a long time on this show.
Yes, yes, he has.
He
He has a bad brake light in a Cadillac.
He talked about that. I remember a few shows, maybe a month ago, he called in and he was
I'm
talking
lucky if I know who you are, sir.
Yeah, and then we didn't get to follow up on it, and then I was supposed to get together with him a couple times, but then he was sick, so we haven't really done the follow up. But I'll certainly find out more this week when we go. We're gonna have a sit down. The Romeo Club will be in
The
meeting.
Romeo, right? The Romeo Club.
And believe me, we will cover all those bases because we have plenty of time when we sit down. When we sit down, Chris,
You don't get up.
it's like we're nailed to the chair. They get table in the back. Yes, that's fine. Put us in the back. That's right.
Table in the kitchen. Yes.
We're leaving till we're ready, and we'll let you know when we're ready. Keep bringing the coffee. Keep
Right.
In fact, if you
no
can
one
coffee urns, that's it. We'll serve ourselves. That's all right.
Since no one has anywhere else to go.
That's right. So I'll tell you what else we don't have to do is we have to have time for the weather. Our WHPC weather forecast is powered by Pantano's Gourmet with locations in Hewlett and Uniondale. And I have to say this, it's a little overcast today. Luckily, we're not having, unluckily maybe for some, we're not having a white Christmas. We had a little rain out here this morning, but it's going to be cloudy with some showers. Highs about 48 tonight. Same thing. Lows around 40. Tomorrow for you who are traveling, it'll be cloudy early with partial sun expected late, high of 51. It should be a nice driving day. I think you'll have to drive.
I think it will. You guys are going to have a good week up here. Highs will be in the 50s, lows will be in the mid 30s. So it's not so bad. A little bit rain in the middle of the week.
Middle of the week, yes.
Yeah.
So to that I say, because I need to read this, I say, hey, play it cool.
Play it cool.
That's a show on this station Thursdays at 9 p.m. It's an hour dedicated to the latest and greatest hip hop and R&B music, mostly recent and popular records, but we also showcase timeless classics. That's Play It Cool Thursdays at 9 on WHPC, which leads us right into the last honor group of the hour that you'll give us for the year. Brian may have one next week. I don't know. Sometimes it surprises me.
That would be nice.
So bequest upon us your honor group wisdom, please, for Christmas. It's remember now, this is for everybody, goodwill to man and all that stuff. So lay it on us, brother. Come on.
And all that fa la la. Well, for the Christmas version of the MotorMouth Radio Honor Group of the Hour, if you are that car guy that can rebuild an engine, do your own body work, weld sheet metal like a pro, and fabricate your own parts, but for some reason cannot wrap a single Christmas gift. You can eyeball the sizes of every nut and bolt, whether it's metric or standard, but how much Scotch tape needed to secure a simple wrapping paper 45-degree crease on a plain old square box baffles you completely. You can measure the tensile strength of a piece of sheet metal with just your thumb, but you can't cut a strip of wrapping paper with a simple pair of scissors without tearing it. You can utilize every power tool under the sun straight out of the box without even glancing at the operating instructions, but you cannot be left alone to affix a ribbon bow to a gift box without whining. So if you are proud of your varied automotive repair and modification achievements, but do not have the tools or the talent to wrap a single box with some dime store festive wrapping paper, then you are part of the MotorMouth Radio Honor Group of the Hour. And your prices are insane.
Oh, good Lord, sheep in the manger. Let me tell you, that was like that brought it home. That's good. I think, good thing you can have a week off to rest because that'll carry you for a week. So with that, I will now play for you. It's not an Italian Christmas song. I hear it around the holidays. It happens to be one of my absolute all-time favorite Italian songs. And I find myself singing it and whistling it, and I can't get it out of my head, but that's great because it's when you get the earworm that you like. Oh, my God, I like and the whole family gets pestered with this one because I'll play it over. I had it on my cell phone. I was playing it for people. I'm like, hey.
Am I going to openly weep now? You're going to bring me back to the old country?
You may sing along, and I bet you have a close relative that lives near you who probably knows all the words to this song, too. I bet she does.
You're probably right, but I haven't heard it yet, but I'm sure you're probably right. just going by the description alone, yes.
Let's take it on out with my good friend and the Julius DeRosa. No Julius DeRosa?
Yes. Didn't he do the money store commercials?
Joe DiMaggio.
I'm Julius DeRosa for the money store.
I don't know.
Yeah, right. I
Anyway,
don't.
you listen to me, my Gumba. Listen to this, and you tell me if you disagree. And we'll be back with more Motor Mouth Radio in just a couple of minutes with your hosts, Ray Guarino, Chris Switzer on 90.3 WHBC. Hit it, Julius.
Ehi compare, ci vuoi suonare? Chi si suona un friscaletto? E come si suona un friscaletto? Un friscaletto e tipiti ta. Ehi compare, ci vuoi suonare? Chi si suona un saxofona? E come si suona?
We'll be back with answers to your car questions. Give us a call at 516-572-7440. Oh, I should have said the Motor Mouth thing.
By CarStar Celebrity Chase Collision, with 2 locations in Limerick and Oceanside, who remind you that New York state law says you always have the right to choose which shop will fix your car. CarStar Celebrity Chase Collision offers a full range of services, 24-hour towing between Montauk and Manhattan, shuttle service, and they can help you with a rental car arrangement if needed. All repairs include the CarStar lifetime nationwide warranty, ensuring that the experts at Celebrity Chase Collision are always on your side.
Y sí, hablamos español.
More information is available at 516-593-0920 or online at celebritychasecollision.com.
You're listening to the Motor Mouth.
Hey, Ray and Chris.
Did you guys read my mind?
Okay, I appreciate you having me on.
Wow, you guys finally figured it out.
Motor Mouth.
This is great. No more foolishness.
I miss my paisans.
You're a funny guy.
I've been waiting for Sunday just to ask you guys this question.
Our trained staff of 2 will help.
Well, good afternoon, guys. I need a little advice.
All right, so you got me to call in. All right.
I don't know everything. You know, you guys are mechanics. You guys have a great show. Thank you very much. I come with a tale of woe and a warning for the younger guys.
Chris is doing jumping jacks. He's getting ready. Ray is right behind me.
Every time I get off the air, I think,
Motor Mouth.
oh boy, they're never going to ask me back after that one.
Yeah, this is a collect call. How are you?
Quite frankly, there are better things to do with your time.
Oh, I probably called the wrong number. I was trying to get a hold of Ray.
And I wake up screaming.
So I'm very happy to listen to your good advice.
Yeah, I want to know what the is wrong with my car.
You know, break it down for us call guys. All right. See you next weekend.
Motor Mouth.
I know you guys usually speak Guido,
Right.
and now you're talking Pintel and Yiddish, and this morning I happened to listen to the rabbi on your station. So it's all, you know, I guess today's Yiddish then.
Right.
There are answers, sometimes correct ones, and we may have them.
Motor Mouth Radio, 90.3 FM, WHPC.
Motor Mouth.
You, get over here. Every Sunday, 12 to 1, you are going to tune in to hear the Motor Mouths, my friends Ray Guarino and Chris Switzer. 90.3 FM, WHPC. You might learn something.
Ehi compare, ci vuoi
Is
suonare? Chi si suona un saxofona?
Oh, it's awesome.
E come si suona un saxofona?
You know, tell me if you can stop singing that song today. I don't know. I'll get you some kind of award if you can get that out of your head.
But that's the problem because I can only do the everybody. That's all I can do. My Italian is awful.
He just goes through all the different instruments is what it is. You know,
Right.
the saxophone. Yeah. So anyway, look it up. If you look that song up, you can find all the words. You can get all that cool stuff, and it'll
make you smile.
It will. It'll definitely make you smile. Makes me smile anyway. So
That's funny. 516-572-7440. Call us up if you got chased out of the kitchen.
Right. So, and that's very true now. And now in my case, you see, when I get home, I had a job to do yesterday in the kitchen, and I couldn't do it because the girl folk were making cookies like crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So today, when I get home, I have to construct the lasagna, the holiday lasagna, which
So
is
you have to get the sacrete, the cement. Because you make the world's heaviest paperweight, otherwise known as the lasagna.
it's a cheese fest like no other.
Right, goes down like a lead sinker.
Right. All right, let's go to the phones. Let's go to the phone. Let's have some more fun and say hi. You're on with the Motor Mouths.
Hey guys, what's going on?
There he is, Matt Coman Brian. What's happening?
What's up, brother love? How are you?
I'm standing here watching the girls make Santa cookies, and seeing how many I can actually eat tonight.
Nice. I'm sure you can put the hurting on him. Don't worry.
Oh yeah, well I'm trying now, but they won't let me. They keep saying these are for Santa. These are for Santa, and I'm like, okay, let's get started.
So who's the big jolly guy with the white beard in this house, huh? Hey,
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Are you warming up for next week, Brian, or what?
I'm warming up. I'm checking my list, getting things written down. Hopefully, I can fill the shoes of Chris. But hey, we'll have fun and see what we can do.
It's more about just being yourself. You know that.
I know that.
But
I know. Well, out here we got over the rain, and now I'm seeing what kind of activities I can do on the tool truck, getting ready to close out the year.
How did
all that fun stuff?
How did the Bust My Balls promotion go ultimately at the end? Did people finally catch on after weeks and weeks?
Sometimes it's really good, and other times it's very aggravating. So it's hard. There is a communication issue,
right?
Like I said, I just kind of roll with it, and what happens. So
right.
I personally, I no longer. Some guys, or sometimes you get a little discouraged or worked up. I just roll with the punches and see what happens.
Yeah. So that means you have a lot of balls left hanging in the tool truck, obviously.
Yeah. So maybe actually, I'm thinking now maybe we'll have a New Year's thing with watching the balls fall. I don't know, or we'll come up with something. We always have Easter. I'll change it to Easter eggs, and we can bust my Easter egg.
Oh God!
So, Brian, can you just describe what this promotion was?
Yeah.
Well, you hang ornaments from the ceiling.
Right.
And in the ornament has, it's like I was giving away
a piece of paper.
It has a piece of paper, and it says, socks, beanies, hats,
S6 toolbox.
Yeah, I wish, but you set it up, and then if the guy bought something or made a payment, I tell him to take a ball, ornament, and break it and see what you want. And some guys were devastated by that.
Yeah. And I tell you, that's the time, like, if it were me, I'd be making, you know what? I'm making 4 payments this, because now you got 4 chances to win a pretty good prize.
Right.
And,
right. Like I said, and
you make the payment anyway.
Right. Well, 1 year I did it basically on just buying, putting people on the books, or sometimes it's trying to get my money off. So, you make a bigger payment.
Right.
And you get
right.
There is a little bit of playing around with that.
But now Chris Bryan said he had trouble going back years ago. The guy would take the ball and then go leave the truck with it. And he's like, "Why no? Where you going?"
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, "No, it's a Christmas ball. We have to hang this on the tree." And I'm like, "No, break that freaking ball!" And they didn't like that. The guys didn't like that. So
they weren't gentle.
That was the 1 year that I actually put cash in the balls.
Wow.
And one of the main, or the biggest prize, was $100 bill.
Nice.
And what happened was I had one guy, he came out and he picked the ornament, and I said, "Okay, you can break it." And he looked at me and goes, "No, I want to put it on my tree." And oddly enough, that was the year that I never found the $100 bill. So I think on his tree today, he has a $100 bill.
Yeah, that's
wild. That's hysterical.
Well, I could have helped you out, because at the holiday party at the shop, we were pitching quarters, and Mike had staked everybody. So I came back with a pocket full of quarters and some cash. I came back, I won one of the bigger pots, so it was kind of funny. It's always fun during the holiday season. It's
Yeah.
But then again, we also did have a guy hang from a hoist and swing from the ceiling, so it was one of those parties. It's
voluntarily, I hope.
Interesting.
yeah. Well, he actually hooked himself, and he was holding a controller. But of course, while he's up there, one of the body guys had to kind of yank his pants down for him a bit. So, while you're hanging from the ceiling by a chain and a cable, why not, moon the crowd?
Wow.
So,
That's it.
Yeah, it was
well,
kind of
like the sign, says in the tool truck. What happens in the garage stays in the garage.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So,
unless you listen to this program.
Well, that's very true. Then you might get some bad ideas about what to do in your own, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I tell you, crazy stuff.
Wow.
But I just wanted to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays and have fun with in-laws. That's what it's all about today, I guess. Like I said, can't wait till next week. And, like I said, I appreciate you guys giving me my time.
Right.
So, but other than that, you guys play nice and try to stay out of trouble.
You got it. We're not going to play in traffic today. We're going to play in our houses with the food and the presents. So we'll do that. We'll save traffic for Thursday.
And don't be like me and wait for the last moment. I got to make up a story now that I got to go put fuel in the tool truck and go Christmas shopping.
Oh, gee.
Well, Brian's the only guy I know who can go into a into a non-toy store and end up coming out with a box of toys, a box of cars. That's a story for another day. We'll
actually, that happened the other day. I went into the hardware store for one thing and walked out with a case of cars. So it does happen.
It does. All right, we'll get out there. Maybe Target's still open. You can get a few last-minute gifts, Brian.
That's it. You guys take care, and I'll talk to you all soon.
Thanks, Brian.
Sounds good, Brian.
Bye-bye.
Be safe. Bye-bye.
All right. Yes, sirree. Matt Goman from the great state of Maryland.
Yes. I'm looking forward. I'm hoping to be listening to the program on the internet, hopefully on.
Good thing you mentioned that, because I was just asked this week, like, how can somebody hear the show? Right. You can go to the WHPC website, or you can go to Spreaker. You can go to nccradio.org, iHeartRadio, TuneIn, Odyssey, AUDACY, or the WHPC app and listen. But for now, let's go back to the phones and say, hi, caller, you're on with the MotorMouths.
Merry Christmas.
Hey, Joe, how are you?
I'm doing all right.
Very good.
I got to touch on a few things for you today with this.
What do you got?
Yeah.
Well, you're talking about with the Christmas music and everything, not Italian, but why aren't you playing Rusty Chevrolet? You're a car show.
I'll tell you something. I have so much Christmas music like that, and if this wasn't a car show, that's exactly what I'd be doing. But I got to pick and choose so closely what I pick, because we only have a couple of little spots of music.
Right.
So good request, Joe. That's a good
one.
That is a good one.
Yeah, but also touching on the base with the driver assist stuff.
Yeah.
I rented a car and I went through the same thing that you guys were going through. It's fighting with me when I'm trying to change lanes and stuff, and it's making me nervous. I'm like, hey, I just rented this car. What's going wrong here? Do I have to call up and report a problem?
Right.
Yeah.
And then
it's true.
You were talking about with the distance between vehicles.
Mm-hmm.
One thing that drove me nuts or scared the hell out of me was that I didn't realize what it was set on, and I was stuck behind somebody that was in turtle mode.
Uh-huh.
And then I had the cruise control set for a higher speed, and as soon as they moved out of my way, the car took off. I'm like, whoa, what's going on?
Right. That happens. And that's why, like I say, you can't casually get into these things. You need to drive that car for a while and use it under different circumstances to kind of to feel what's going to go on. You have to learn it, and it takes a little bit of time. Yeah. And no one tells you that at the rental company or anything. They just send you out on your way, away you go.
No, very true. And that's what I'm going to do after the show.
Exactly the same way I was explaining to you, and the guys were laughing at me.
No, believe me. And they haven't been there. They haven't done that.
Exactly.
No.
No, it's very smart to learn, get in the car. Once you get in the rental car, learn what's going on, sit in the parking lot, learn. And what's nice is there are videos.
Right.
You don't even have to open up the book anymore. You just go on video, just type in whatever it is, the 2021 Chevy Malibu, and things come up.
Some of the cars I had, the book was in the car. Another car did not have the book in it. The Caddy, you go onto the screen, onto the information screen, and there was a manual. It pulls up the manual for you on the screen.
That's great.
So yeah, I like to flip through pages though. It's, I don't know, but anyway, yeah. So you do have to investigate. It's not a 62 Falcon. Let's put it
no.
It used to be, right, guys? Joe, tell me if I'm wrong. We used to be able to get into anybody's car blindfolded, backwards, and be able to drive the damn thing home after like 3 seconds. Because key, pump.
The thing that my friends are always laughing at me about is because I get into a car and my right hand is going all over the place because it doesn't know whether or not I'm looking for the shifter on the floor or on the column.
And the key, most cars now are push to start. They're not even keys anymore. So I know that's what gets me at the shop. Moving a car, I'm like, I've had cars where I had to just move it out of the way, just away from the bay door. And I had to sit there, and I was ready to make a phone call to ask, help, because, okay, how do I do? I felt so inadequate and stupid that I couldn't make this car move. It took me a little while to figure it out. I was like, damn, it's like it used to be easy.
Used to be easy.
Because I say, I even said once, I could do this drunk, and I'm like, maybe that's why I can't do it that way now, because it's preventing me from doing it drunk, right? Who knows? Maybe that's part of the paradigm. Maybe that's part
of
the
well be.
So
although it'd be better when you have a few.
Yeah.
What's that, Joe? Well, Well, if it's as you're getting used to it, right? If you've had a few, right? Very true. Yeah. Well, anyway, Joe, that's I don't have to worry about that for a while. There's no new cars in my immediate future, so I'm safe.
Yeah, no, just when I do the rental.
Right. That's true.
Exactly.
All right. Well, thanks, Joe. Thanks for
Joe.
Participation. We look forward to some more hearing from you again in the future, of course.
Yep. Hopefully talk to you next weekend.
Got it. All right.
Bye.
Speak to you then.
Bye. All right.
We got a text from Jim at 203-670-4127. He says he doesn't want his rental car to tell him how to drive. So.
Well, unfortunately, that's what's going to happen if you rent a car these days. They do. Yeah, they do.
So and I'm all for it. Sitting in the car, going through the owner's manual, learn about the vehicle you drive, and it's better to do that than at 50 miles an hour going, what does this button do? Yeah.
We're going through another manual. We're going to say, hi, caller, you're on with the Motor Mouths.
Joyeux Noël.
Liz, how are you?
Hello, Liz.
You did not forget the French accent. I am doing very well. And I would like to thank you again for your good advice about my car. And I am so happy with my Honda Element. She's 18 and 175,000 miles, and no problem. And it's a blessing.
And now you have the wheels all nice and tight, so you don't have to worry about losing them on the highway.
Oh my God, you remember?
Yes, I remember.
Lord.
Yes.
Oh, well, I mean, I was very lucky, you know that?
Yes, you were.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I thought my thing for the good Samaritan who came over and
right.
And showed me that there was something going on in the wheels. Okay, Joyeux Noël, bonne année, and all the best to you guys.
Thank you, Liz. Same to you, and we'll speak to you again soon.
Yes, thank you, Liz. Thank you for the call.
Yes, another long-time listener and contributor to the show. So this is great. See, we have that end of the year surge now. These are all the people I want to call all through the year to spread it out a little. But you know what? I'll take it all in one shot. That's fine.
That's fine. No, we definitely do. We have the best callers. I am nothing but amazed. In all the years I was in radio, you always had callers. And this show has, really do, I'm not lying, it has the most what would you say, honorable callers, the ones that are just with us all the time, and you just can't ask for a better group and a better bunch of people to bounce ideas off of, and we're always welcoming new callers. It's not like we're always have an open door policy here, whether we like it or
Even
not.
if they pitch in other shows.
Yes.
What the heck? Yeah. Sure, bring it
Sure.
on. Not a problem.
Yes, but we've had the most loyal bunch that I have ever seen.
Right.
And it's really true. I mean, if you think about it, like guys like Joe have been calling for as long as we've been on the air. We've been on the air an awful long time.
Joe predates me. Yes.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does. I think Joe remembers the Bronx.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Sure does.
Let's try one more. Let's go to the phones and say, hi, caller, you're on with the Motor Mouths.
Well, let me break that streak then. A good callers and call in and ruin the holiday.
Billy Velvet.
What is up, my brother? How are you, sir?
All right. I just wanted to send my greetings to you and your families and all the best. It was a good year and many good things to come. All right.
Yes, Bill, very, very true. Good year all around. We're thankful to have you in this year with us and in next year as well. It's
and just remember, there's no expiration dates on with us. Okay.
Right. You got that right. Very good.
All right, man. All the joy. Okay?
Thank you, Bill. Thanks,
guys.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, Bill. Bye-bye.
Billy Velvet sneaking in under the rope.
I love Bill. Man, it makes things happen.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Always impressed. Makes it happen.
Absolutely. We're going to be getting out of here in a minute. I don't see Kim again, so I wonder if she's coming in. I'm going to end the show, Chris, with not our regular outro. Again, sometimes, through the year, I've done some crazy things and chosen a different song outro. So this one may get the video not published on YouTube. I don't know. But let me do this, and I will say that's not the one I wanted to play.
That's not the one you wanted.
That's definitely not the one I wanted.
No, let's try it again.
Right.
Take two.
No, that's right, because I have to go to here.
Oh.
Remember this one?
Yes.
Ring out the old year and sweetheart's kiss. And cold hands touch and warm each other against the year ahead.
Come on.
May I wish you not the biggest and best of life, but the small pleasures that make living worthwhile.
Harry Harrison.
Sometime during the new
That is Harry Harrison.
Practice.
This is
May you
his.
do someone a secret good deed and not get caught
This
at
is
it.
his. May you
May
always.
find a little
His.
island of time to read
The
that
thing he
book,
used to end the
write
shows
that
with at
letter,
the
and
holiday
visit
time.
that lonely
So we're
friend on the
gonna
other side of town.
bar this.
May your next
And
If that was Harry Harrison or John LaBarca, one or the other, I don't know.
So listen, Chris, have a great trip, have a good Christmas, have a good safe travels. See you in 2 weeks.
Yes, you will. Yes, you will.
And what do we tell the people waiting for me outside today?
Don't follow us home unless you have a present for Ray.
All right, there you go. So for Chris Switzer, Ray Guarino, we'll be back with MotorMouth Radio next week. Have a great Christmas, everybody, and we will we'll see you then on 90.3 WHPC.
See
you, bye.
Before you call the lifeguard. May you keep at least one ideal you can pass along to your kids. And for a change, some rainy day when you're a few minutes late, may your tray at a bus be waiting for you. May you accidentally overhear someone saying something nice about you. If you run into an old school chum, may you both remember each other's names for introductions. If you order your steak medium rare, may it be so. And if you're on a diet, may someone tell you you've lost